Hello people of the internet, Stitch Master Murray here, and today we have another tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you how to make my wrap skirt. This skirt is one that I pattern drafted at the beginning of quarantine when I was getting really into sewing with thrifted materials, and I make them out of secondhand bed sheets. I highly recommend this. It is a great way to sew on a budget. You can get beautiful floral, my cat's stretching outside. You can get beautiful floral bed sheets secondhand at estate sales or thrift shops or wherever for, I usually pick them up for a couple dollars, sometimes $2 or $3 for an entire bed sheet. So you get these beautiful anthropology looking, not anthropology, what is it? Oh my god. You get these beautiful high-end looking skirts or skirt and top sets for very inexpensive. The clips that I use to finish off the skirt are also, I probably paid 25 cents or 50 cents for the whole pack, and then they make 3 or 4 skirts. So if you're trying to look fly on a budget, that's what I'm here for. As with my other tutorials, I've already posted a scrunchie and a reusable coffee filter tutorial. Side note, check those out, also very fun. This tutorial comes with a printable pattern that is linked in the bio. So if you want to sew along, print that out, tape it together, and you're ready to go. In order to make the wrap skirt, you are going to need a piece of fabric. You are going to need hooks and eyes, a button, a sewing machine with whatever color thread you want to use, something to cut with, an iron if you have one, it's very helpful. I think that's it. That should get you going. To make this skirt, we're gonna make a panel like this. It's mirror reflection. Sew them right side to right side. Flip it right side out. Add the button. To start off, you're gonna wanna cut out your pattern. So you'll take this Stitch Master Murray original printed pattern and place it on your folded fabric and cut them out. Cut out all 3 pieces. Then we are going to sew the left and right panels onto the back, right side facing right side twice. Since you have 2 versions of each, you're just gonna make 2 copies. And then once we have those all complete, we're gonna put one panel on the other, right side to right side, as if we were sewing a pillow. Since it's such a big thing to pin, I like to go and line up these seams. That's just something that really satisfies me, was when you have a finished product and all the seams are perfectly lined up. And then if all the math and cutting was precise, look at that, it should be perfect. My dog is scratching herself. Lola. Oh, big wag. All right, and I said 2-inch opening, but it's actually gonna be closer to like 5 inches because you need to be able to pull all this fabric through that hole. So once you have that pinned off, you're gonna sew from one mark all the way around the perimeter to the other mark, leaving this open. Whew, that was a lot. Okay. Coffee break. So now that we have our 2 panels sewn right side to right side with our gap, you're gonna open that gap that you left, reach your hand in, and just flip it so that the right side of the fabric is now facing out. And that is the basic shape of your skirt, which will sit like that. We want to press this flat before we put on the fasteners, and I will take something like a pen or a paintbrush. Today I'm gonna use the paintbrush because it's a little bit thinner, so it'll be more precise. And let's see, where's our opening? There's our opening. So I'll reach through and use that to really push out the corners. Go. But don't push too hard because you can rip. Now just press everything. All right, it is day 2 of me teaching you how to make my Stitch Master wrap skirts. Couldn't get everything done in one day, but that's okay. Sometimes projects take a while. So far, we should have the entire body of the skirt finished except for closing up the top where we flipped it through. So we're gonna slip stitch that closed, and then we're gonna add the button and the little eyelet closures. So I like to have the smaller panel on the left side, and then I put the right panel on the top, right where that fits comfortable. Take the marker and mark. Drop this down about 1/2 inch and mark both sides at the same exact point. And that'll be our button. This is how the skirt's gonna lie down, like I mentioned when we were sizing. The smaller panel is gonna be on the left. The bigger panel is gonna be on the right, and the bigger panel covers the smaller one. And in the last step, we marked these 2 dots to fit perfectly. And I don't like this button showing on the outside, so I'm gonna put the button on the inside of this layer and put the buttonhole here. And you just center them both on these dots, and if we measured correctly, they should line up. I left my button collection at my dad's house, so I only have this tiny one. I would actually recommend using a slightly bigger one because this is the waist closure, and smaller buttons, in my experience, will pull through sometimes when there's a lot of pressure on them. But we're gonna work got? Going to close this to make sure that it all works and that it fits. And even though this is a small button, that is a perfect fit on the buttonhole, so I think it'll work out great. Now that we have our button in place, it is a functional skirt to some degree. You can put it on, but as you can see here, there is a problem where the inside layer can ride up in the waistband. So we are going to put in a hook and eye to fix that problem. And then we're gonna put a few on the outside just because I think it looks cute. I used to be so devastated. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I also didn't put the foot down. Alrighty, so that hook is, the eye is there. Now we put the hook on the other side. It's not how fast you go, it's that you finish the race, right? I used to feel so devastated. You see that? For both structure and design purposes, I like to put about, 1, 2, 3, 4 hooks and eyes here on the outside. Just like we did before, you're gonna go around and work off one at the top, one about an inch down, one about another little bit down, doop, doop, what about here? You can make this as perfect or as guesstimated as you want. And now that I've marked those off, I'm just gonna finish up those 4 hooks and eyes and then we're almost done. If all has gone well, you should now have your very own Stitchmaster Murray wrap skirt. Oh my god, I've done this spiel so many times. I'm a little brain dead from sewing so much. I don't know if you feel that way too, but when I sew too much, I get kind of a cloudy head because I'm so laser focused for so long. If all has gone well, you should now have your very own Stitchmaster Murray wrap skirt. And like I say in all my videos, I love this stuff. I love sewing. So if you're really excited about what you make and you want somebody to share it with, DM me on Instagram. I'll match your energy and I love to see what you guys make. And again, as always, if you liked the music accompanied with this video, it's made by my really talented producer friend, Ryan Fegan. He took the sounds of my operation and turned them into music. All right. Till next time, virtual sewing club.